All right, Robbie, you guys beat the Legends on Tuesday, 10-4. Do you think today's game will be by a big margin again?
I know they're a good team, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was a lot closer this time around, but we definitely plan on going out there and putting some runs across. So yeah, definitely would be nice to get a good win here.
Sounds good. What did you learn about the Legends on Tuesday that you're hoping to work off of again today?
They have some good arms and they play really fundamental defense, so it's tough to beat them with small ball or anything like that. But we'll do what we can. We'll try to scratch some runs across by stealing bases or just playing really, really good offensive baseball here.
Nice. And lastly, what is your favorite vacation spot?
Hawaii. Easy. Yeah, definitely. Last time I went there, I was on a 5-day cruise, so it was sweet. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite places.
Sounds beautiful. Thank you. All right, Robbie, you had an RBI single in the third inning today, and you scored a run for yourself today. How would you rate your performance?
I think there were things I could have improved on, definitely, but I thought I did all right. Definitely look to improve on my defense, and definitely like to get on base a little more. But we'll just head into the next game and try to improve on that.
And you guys see the Sliders for a doubleheader tomorrow at home, finally, after being at their place all the time. How do you think it's going to go?
I think we're going to have a good time tomorrow. Doubleheader during the day. I think we have good chances. We split the series so far with them, and I think we should take 2 tomorrow.
How do you get locked in for games like that?
You just got to have a routine. Wake up at the right time and get a good breakfast in, and make sure your nutrition and your body's just ready to go. And yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you. All right, Coach. Robbie had that RBI in the third inning and scored a run himself to help tie the game. Would you say he's a good crunch time guy?
Oh, definitely. I mean, he stays in that 2 to 3 hole. He does his job really well. Even if he's having a down game, you really don't notice it because he's always on base. Like, even if he goes over in a game, it's usually a hard hit ball that an infielder bobbled, or he drew a walk, or he did something to still make himself relevant and noticeable. So he's definitely a crunch guy. He's right up there with Elijah Johnson. Eli, he does a great job as well with the bat. So those 2 guys, with the game on the line, you can pretty much bet it. If I was a big-time betting man, I'd bet the farm that we're going to win that game if it was a situation with those 2 up.
Nice. And how would you rate him as a shortstop?
I think he's a really solid shortstop. I think ultimately his future is probably going to be at second, just because of his size. But he has a shortstop's arm, and he can swing it, and he has the range, and he has the hands. Like, he's a solid player, bro. Like, at the pro level, he would be a second baseman. At the D1 level, I think he can get away playing some short, like at a scrappy mid-major. At a big-time school, they're probably going to move him at second, and he'll be like, kind of like a Guike Hernandez in the sense that, Guike can still play some short and he can play some second. He'll have that, or like a Chris Taylor feel, or I don't know, someone older. I used to think, my mind keeps saying Chase Utley, even though Chase Utley never really played short, and he didn't have the strongest arm, but he could hit, and he did have some bit of a range over there at second. Me, I really liked Orlando Hudson, the old dog. He would be a good one, or D. Gordon, but just a little more solid. No knock on D, because D's in the big leagues, but like, if he was to project to a big league, Robbie does a really good job. So I think he's a solid shortstop, but his future probably end up being at second.
And what more are you learning about Robbie day by day?
I mean, I learn a lot from all the guys day by day, but as I was speaking to Robbie's grandmother today, it was a very sweet lady. I know you're watching this, Grandma, and hello, but she's very kind. She came up to me today and had some encouraging words, and I really appreciated that. But what I just learned about him is that he comes from good stuff. He has a good support system that understand and appreciate character and quality effort. And that really means a lot, because coming to the yard sometimes, for me personally, when losing, I can be very discouraged when I see a lack of effort, and we've suffered from a lack of effort this year. And I think earlier it was at Palm Springs, I told you, I was like, if we don't win it, it's really my fault, because I failed to motivate these young men. And with 7 games to go, it's looking like I'm failing them. I definitely have failed them, but we have 7 games, so maybe we can find a way to turn it around. But again, if we don't, that'd be definitely because of me, because I failed to motivate him. But Robbie gives me motivation to come to the yard. I mean, he's a guy who's going to go work hard for you day in or day out. Arm hurt and he still won't play. Like, he's a gamer, and I really respect him for that. Like, you know, guys like that make coaching easy. Coaching is very difficult because you have a lot of ungrateful young men or women if you're coaching a women's sport. But Robbie's one of those ones who's very grateful. You can tell he's very centered, and he has a great support system, and he was raised right. And as a black male, being raised right is one of the most important things. One thing we say if someone ain't got home training, like, man, you ain't got no home training. You know, he's not the guy who's going to come in your house, put his feet on your table, and open up your fridge. He's the guy who's going to wipe his feet before he even gets in your house, and then he's going to ask you if you can answer, and then he's going to ask you for something to drink. And then, you know, he's kind of one of those guys. So he's a guy you can trust your daughter with. He might still be able to get her because, but at the same time, he'll be respectful. So I really enjoy coaching Robbie.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.